pressure was jacked up, and that wasn't good for her or for the baby.
I need you to calm down for me, Kelly.
Calm down? I can feel this baby. I'm going to have my baby in this stupid, ugly hallway.
You can feel the baby? Try to describe exactly how that feels right now.
He felt like an idiot saying it, but feeling the baby could mean she felt increased pressure, or it might mean she literally felt the baby exiting the birth canal, and that made everything a lot more urgent. Like, if I stop clenching my muscles, a bowling ball will fall out of me.
Okay, so the good news is that means the baby's probably still in there, but probably not for much longer.
Her fingers biting into his arm so hard he expected her nails to perforate his skin gave him a few seconds heads up before she wailed again. Gavin winced against the sound and the grip on his arm, wishing he'd kept the thick turnout coat on, but he did his best to keep his voice comforting and calm as he gave her breathing instructions she either couldn't hear or couldn't follow. When the contraction passed, he led with the important stuff. How far along she was, no gestational diabetes, no preeclampsia or any other complications anticipated by her doctor. Then another contraction hit her, and by the timing and the severity, he knew they were pretty much out of time. Kelly was probably having this baby on the hallway floor, and he needed to make sure things looked copacetic down below. The wailing stopped, but the grip on his arm didn't loosen. I need to push.
Pant through it and do not push.
When she tried to look away, he moved his head to keep his face in her line of vision.
I need to look and see what's going on first. If it's time, then you'll push. But we don't want to push before the little one's ready.
No, she said, shaking her head. I do not want a hot guy seeing my vagina like this. He knew it would only be a matter of minutes before she didn't care if her vagina went viral on the internet as long as the baby came out.
I could put out a call for an ugly firefighter to assist and see who shows up. Oh, Scott Kincaid snapped his fingers. That guy from Hazmat, what's his name? You know, the one who looks like he did the Snapchat face switch thing with an English Mastiff?
Kelly actually managed to smile, which Gavin took as a good sign. The smile was a little pinched, and he could tell by her eyes she was still in a lot of pain, but at least she wasn't in a full-blown panic anymore.
I don't think we can wait anymore, Kelly.
She nodded, and in a matter of seconds, the other guys were lined up, facing away and holding their coats up in an effort to give her some semblance of privacy. Somebody tossed him a blanket, and he was able to help her roll so he could spread it under her before pulling on a pair of gloves.
Do you know if you're having a boy or a girl?
He asked, trying to keep her distracted from the fact he was peeling her leggings off. No, we wanted to be surprised, she snorted. This isn't exactly what we meant. And holy shit, they were about to be surprised. He looked up from between her legs, looking for backup or help or anything. Some of the guys had kids already, so surely they were more qualified to deliver babies. They'd probably cut umbilical cords and everything.
Where the fuck is EMS?
He almost said the words out loud, but at the last second realized that wouldn't do much for Kelly's newfound and fragile calm, so he gave his mouth's filter a few seconds to kick in before addressing Gulati.
Hey, LT, can you get an updated ETA on EMS? They're 1 minute out. Hey, try not to push any firefighters down the stairs this time, okay?
It was one time, Tony. Cait Tasker reached between the seats to get a couple of blue gloves from the dispenser mounted on the back wall of the ambulance cab and snapped them on as their partner pulled up behind a fire truck. And that was an accident.
So you've said multiple times. Hell, I'm pretty sure you said it twice before you even hit the landing.
Funny. She grabbed her bag and headed toward the door of the building, leaving Tony Colarusso, her partner of 4 years, to grab the OB kit, since it sounded like they'd probably need it. Dispatch was also sending a paramedic, but it was going to be a few minutes. A police officer was holding the door open for her, and she nodded her thanks as she passed through. The first flight of stairs was no sweat, but she felt the weight of the bag by the time she reached the second. Another officer was standing there, and he pointed off to his right. Not that she needed any help finding the commotion. The reported screaming had stopped, but there was a gaggle of firefighters.